Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. It's Aly Kat here, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you my final thoughts on the Fatal Fury City of the Wolves Open Beta 2, which happened between the 26th of March through to the 31st of March 2025. Okay, so if you've not seen my previous video where we play hands-on with Tizoc, you are more than welcome to click the link in the description and you can watch that video right there. Okay, so moving on, so what did I think? Okay, so unfortunately, because I was feeling a little bit unwell during the beta, I couldn't play as much as I wanted to, but I did manage to get a good couple of hours in playing it. And what can I say? So first of all, I want to say the menu system was only changed slightly. Okay, so that's one of the things. People were very concerned about the UI in the first beta, and to be honest with you, it doesn't look like it's changed at all. The resolution of the game seems like it's been increased, so it's a bit higher, and the graphics seem more defined. As I've mentioned before, I did notice in the training that the graphics visually seemed more clearer and a bit more high resolution. So they've changed the character select so now you can see each character standing there. We might be able to get reminiscent to something from Fatal Fury 3, where they're all standing up at the bar sort of thing. That was quite cool. They allowed a few different game modes on the verses, and also they introduced the practice section, which a lot of people were talking about in the first beta. So I've looked at the UI. The UI text seemed a little bit bigger, but we've still got that sort of black and yellow, which is quite aggressive as far as a colour scheme goes. So I can't see that changing for release. It might be something that they change further down the line for season 2 maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, they're going to have to sort of work around that. Will that affect the gameplay? It probably won't, but it's just one of those things that people were looking out for before, and something I noticed as well, because I'm a designer by trade, so hopefully they might get fixed at some point. Okay, so overall the graphics seemed better, our resolution seemed a bit more crisper. The moves seemed snappier as well, and the sound was a lot more balanced, no extra loud noises like before, so that was quite good. The matchmaking, which is what a lot of people were talking about in the first one, was really good, even better. Some games I was literally waiting just a few seconds to get paired with somebody, and I didn't really have any problems the first time around when my game froze up. I didn't really get any issues like that at all. They did definitely work on the rollback netcode and the connection and everything. You can also see the connection speed seems to be a bit clearer as well. It was giving me a better quality matches from what I do remember from it. Alright, so as far as the characters goes, I didn't go back through the original characters because we already played those 8 anyway, and if you want to look at the video where I did go through all of them on the first beta, you're more than welcome to look at that video, and again the link's in the description. So they've introduced a remix version of the character select music from the original Garo, Mark of the Wolves, so that sounds really good. But overall, what did I think about it? Well, as I was saying to you, I wanted to play it a lot more than I wanted to, but I basically played a good couple of hours with Tizoc, and I also played Hataru again as well. The only thing I was doing in practice mode, it did allow me to have a bit more expression and freedom with trying out different combinations and everything. I really enjoyed just having a practice and just trying out different combos. I was able to look at some Twitter combos, and I wasn't able to fully do them, but I did pretty much most of them that were there. That was quite good. I kind of like the fact that you were able to actually practice in your own time, without the pressure of it being in a game, and it was good to also be able to try out the different stages that were there as well. I do think overall SNK did a great job of allowing us to actually try the open beta. The thing is, a lot of these games that come out, as I've mentioned before, some of these games that come out are sort of gate-kept, only for people who've got a huge influence, and understand how it works. If you're a small content creator and a streamer like I am, and you're in the FGC, it's very difficult to try and get the advantage over some of the big streamers, because obviously they've got the numbers already, they've already put in some crazy hard work to do that. But like I said, it's really good that we got to experience the beta at the same time. I think it had pros and cons. I think the cons of it would have been, from SNK's perspective, is that if someone didn't like something, then you could probably get a lot more people giving you feedback. I think overall it helps the developers understand what we think about it. If this would have been a closed alpha, maybe some things would have got fixed, or maybe not. But I do like the fact that they announced that the second beta after the first one and the feedback from the first one, and they kind of proved to people that they could get some things right. And I'm going to say number one was about the rollback, like netcode and the connection speed and the quality of matches, and they fixed that. So I think a lot of people were very happy. Now, other things like they might be like nitpicking about, I think provided people have got a very smooth connection fighting, I don't think they're going to be that fussed about the menu. It's going to be annoying for some of us, but I think for the most part it's okay. They did change the delay on the menu, I noticed as well, so that was a lot more snappier. So I do think like eventually they are like fixing these things. What you don't want to do is be in a situation like what happened with like Season 2 Tekken 8, where, you know, the developers did upset a lot of people because they were promising one thing and then they delivered another. So since the beta finished, like there's been lots of cool SNK news happening, including the final characters that were announced. We've had like trailers, we've had an exhibition at EVO, got all these cool things that have happened. And of course, if you pre-ordered the game, you are able to play it 72 hours earlier from the 21st. So I've really enjoyed City of the Wolves, like a lot, and I've enjoyed playing it. And I've got to say, like, for my personal opinion, I actually prefer it to Street Fighter. Okay, so I know some people might not agree, but I do actually believe that Fatal Fury City of the Wolves has the potential to be like just as big as Street Fighter 6. In terms of actual gameplay, I actually prefer how Fatal Fury plays. It's actually like one of my favourite fighting games at the moment. This is like my favourite like 2D one, and Virtua Fighter 5 Revo is actually like my favourite 3D one. So bearing everything that's going on in the FGC at the moment, I think Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is coming at a great time. So you might have some people migrating to that game and wanting to focus on that, but I do think you're going to get a lot of FGC content creators focusing on it. There is so much being put into the marketing, which we're going to cover in another video, but it's really great exposure for the game and everything. So yeah, so if you like the content, don't forget a couple of things really. I've got a special playlist which I've linked on the description, which is just for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. That includes like everything so far, including my thoughts, the teaser trailers, the gameplay, and the hands-on of both Beta 1 and Beta 2. Got more City of the Wolves content to come. I'm going to be doing some regular streams on Twitch on this, and yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun exploring like this new game. So as always, thanks a lot for your support. I couldn't do this without you a lot. If you want to really support me, you can drop me a donation on Ko-Fi, keeps the lights on. And so yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on the next video. Thank you all so much.